Hails and Merry Christmas. Welcome to an episode of the Warzone. And before we get started, I've been uploading some of the back catalog to dr-hammer.bandcamp.com. You can find releases like this, Mindcrawler, Mind War, Vrillion, and others. And also, if you leave a comment, I'll have some free download codes. It's a special Christmas promo. And today we're talking about Christmas, the occult meaning. What is it all about? Many people are together with their families right now, exchanging gifts, celebrating Christmas. But what does it really mean? Put the words Christ and Mass together, and you get the word ChristMass or Christmas. The word Mass is defined as public celebration of the Eucharist in the Roman Catholic Church and some Protestant churches. This word comes from the Middle English words messe or masse, and from the Old English word messe, meaning Eucharist service. It also comes from the Vulgar Latin Messa, Eucharist service, and the late Latin Missa, dismissal. As for the word Christ, it is derived from the Greek word Christos, meaning the anointed. Based on these definitions, the word Christmas means Eucharist service of the anointed. What most Christians do not know about a Mass is that it is also a magical ritual for acknowledging and worshiping the dead. Christmas is sometimes referred to as Xmas. The X is the Greek symbol from the 22nd letter of the Greek alphabet, which is Chi. The initial letter in the word Christ. An important information that is beneficial for you to know about Christmas, Xmas, is that it has a lot of sexual symbolism. For example, the letter X is sometimes used to represent sexual activity, which is why the letter X sounds like sex. This is also why adult movies are rated X. In Latin, the adjective word mass means manly, brave, noble, or masculine of the male sex. In the Greek alphabet, the letter Chi is sometimes used as a Christogram, hence the word Xmas. Based on the definitions and information so far, Christmas Xmas is not only a holiday for celebrating the birth of the Son, Jesus, but also for celebrating male sexuality and dominance. This is obvious when you know that light represents order, power, and the conscious mind, which are attributes of the divine masculine energy. More evidence of this relationship between sex and Christmas can be found in Roman holiday called Saturnalia. According to certain historians, Saturnalia was a week-long ancient Roman festival in honor of the ancient god Saturn. During the festival, which was celebrated around that time of the winter solstice, Roman courts were closed, and Roman citizens were allowed to do almost anything because it was a period of lawlessness. In the English alphabet, the letter X is the 24th letter. This may be related to December 24th, which is Christmas Eve or Xmas Eve. Another letter that may be related to Christmas is Y, the 25th letter of the English alphabet. What you need to know about letter X and Y is that they can be used to represent the X and Y chromosomes in cells. According to geneticists, males and females have 23 pairs of chromosomes. The number of pairs, 1 to 22, are called autosomes, and they are the same in males and females. The pair that is different is the 23rd pair, also known as the sex chromosomes. In the cells of males, the 23rd pair of chromosomes has an X chromosome and a Y chromosome. For the females, the 23rd pair chromosome has 2 X chromosomes. The word chromosome comes from the Greek words chroma and soma. In general, the word chroma means color, and the word soma means body. The DNA body of man are made of different colors of frequency bands, just like the different colors of the chakras. This is why a man or woman is sometimes called a human. Phonetically, the word human sounds almost exactly like the phrase human. The word hue is defined as a gradation or variety of color, tint. When the words hue and man are joined together, they transform into the word human, which is phonetically human. And you can see during this time of year, many people have different colored lights decorated about their house. To connect the dots, the acts of decorating the evergreen trees with Christmas lights and putting gifts under them symbolizes the sacred changes that happen in the physical body during Christmas. Symbolically, the colorful Christmas lights represent the different colors of the DNA and the chakras. As for the evergreen tree and the gift, they represent the spine and the holy oil, respectively. To connect the dots even further, we need to study the word Christmas more closely. In the beginning, there is a sentence that said the word Christmas means Eucharist service of the anointed. The word Eucharistic is derived from the word Eucharist, which etymologically means thanksgiving, gratitude. Therefore, Christmas is a religious service for giving thanks to Christ, the anointed. And it goes even deeper than that. For example, Santa Claus. What does that mean? What does it come from? Certain esoteric teachings use the term Santa Claus to define the holy oil, the oil we were just speaking about, the anointed. In Spanish, the word Santa means saint. In English, the word saint is derived from the Latin word sanctus, meaning holy, consecrated. Therefore, Santa Claus or Saint Claus means holy claus. The word claus can be found in the word claustrum, the area of the brain where the holy oil is secreted according to certain esoteric and occult teachings. When the holy oil travels down the spinal cord and is refined and is able to travel back to the brain without being destroyed, it becomes highly vitalized, allowing it to be crucified in the brain, giving the brain the power to regenerate the body. It is said that this holy oil, when the body reaches a certain state of vibration, has the power to heal the body of all diseases. In other words, the bread manna Jesus and the holy oil, Christ, which is the precious and sacred gift secreted by the claustrum, have the potential to prevent death and therefore save mankind from sin, which is death. This is one of the main reasons Jesus Christ is the Savior of mankind. Of the most popular symbols of Christmas is the evergreen tree. Symbolically, the evergreen tree represents the spine, also known as the tree of life, in certain esoteric teachings. The tree of life can represent a few different things, but when it comes to Christmas, it symbolizes the spine. The spine connects to the skull, the house with a dome that houses the pineal gland. This is your kingdom or kingdom, which is located between the temples of your head. Maybe this is why kings and queens wear a crown on top of their head to symbolize their kingdoms between their temples. This information, this paragraph, is telling you that the kingdom of God is located within the head. Because of this, you will never find it in a religious temple or church outside of you. And then getting and also reading from Word Magic Pao Ching. Highly recommended. And now getting back into Santa Claus and Christmas. By now, you should know that there is no more to Christmas than meets the eye. To find other hidden meanings of Christmas, we need to turn our attention to the name Santa Claus and dissect it to find its occult meanings. After doing this, you'll know why Christmas is not only a holiday for celebrating the Son Jesus, but also for celebrating Satan, the personification of darkness. And I think that's why this time of year, it's the darkest time, winter solstice. There's so much anxiety. I see people posting videos of it, but they deny it has anything in particular to do with winter solstice. They say they have anxiety every day, yet they chose to post about it now during the winter solstice, especially during Saturnalia. Okay, in other words, Christmas is a holiday for celebrating polarity, such as light and darkness, masculine and feminine, and good and evil. Two origins of the character Santa Claus can be found in the mythology of ancient Egypt and Greece. In Egyptian mythology, the sun god Osiris was born on the 25th of December. During the anniversary of his birth, he would ride through the heavens in his chariot. The Greek sun god Helios was also said to be born on the 25th of December. Helios would also ride through the heavens in his sun chariot pulled by horses during the anniversary of his birth. Today we have a similar character named Santa Claus who flies around the sky in his reindeer-drawn chariot on Christmas Eve. To find one of the hidden meanings of Santa Claus, you need to use the art of anagram to shuffle letters of the word Santa around. When you do this, you will eventually transform the word Santa into the word Satan. Satan is an anagram for Santa. Have you ever wondered why Santa wears a red suit? The color red is sometimes used to represent the devil, meaning the supreme spirit of evil, Satan, which is why the devil is often red in color. The name Satan, which can be anagrammatically written as Santa, is a symbol that represents the principle of darkness. On the other hand, the name Santa represents the principle of light. In other words, Santa can be good or evil, depending on if you have been good or bad. An important fact that you need to know about the color red is its connection to Saturn. The dark characteristics of Saturn are associated with the entity Satan, which is why Saturn is sometimes known as Satan. On the other hand, the light characteristics of Saturn are associated with the entity Lucifer. In ancient Egypt, the color red was sometimes viewed as bad or evil for the reason it was occasionally associated with the Egyptian god Set. Today, this Egyptian god is known as Satan in many Western countries. This is why Satan is also depicted as red in color, much like Santa. It is hard for you to accept that this big belly old man in a red suit can represent Satan or the devil. Santa is also known as Saint Nick. The word Nick is etymologically defined as the devil. As for the word saint, it is derived from the Latin word sanctus, meaning holy. Phonetically, the word holy sounds somewhat similar to the word holly. One of the definitions of the word holly is any of numerous trees or shrubs of the genus Ilex. Which the English holly, having glossy, spiny-toothed leaves, small, whitish flowers, and red berries. The wood of holly trees was used by the Druids to make magic wands. The Druids believed that holly trees had magical powers, which was why they used them to make magic wands. Today, certain magicians who practice real magic still create magic wands out of the wood of holly trees. An organization that has a strong connection to magic, Holly Trees, Christmas, Santa, Satan, Lucifer, Jesus, and the word holy is the Holy See, the central governing body of the Roman Catholic Church. The Holy See is located in Vatican City. The Vatican is a city-state controlled by the Holy Roman Empire. This empire is alive and well today. Any phrase, name, or title that has the word holy in it is often connected to the Vatican and the Holy Roman Empire. The Vatican is a city-state that is governed by the Holy See, also known as the See of Rome. In Italian, the Holy See is called Santa Sede, and in Latin it is known as Sancta Sedis, meaning holy chair or holy seat. It's interesting to know that the Latin word sanctus means holy, and is the source of the Spanish words santo and santa. Maybe this is why the Pope, Holy Father, sometimes wears a red suit similar to the red suit of Santa Claus. Could the Pope be the representative of Santa Satan? Another word that has a strong connection to the words holy and holly is holiday, which is holy day or holiday, meaning a sacred day of magic. Most, if not all, holidays are magic rituals. They can be used for good or evil purposes. Because of this, the dark forces like to use holidays to cast magic spells on people. Christmas is one of the best examples of a holiday that is full of magic rituals. This is why the stems, leaves, and berries of holly trees are often used as Christmas decorations. When the word holly is translated into Norwegian, it transforms into the word Christthorn. When you separate the words Christthorn into two words, it becomes Christtorn. Phonetically, the word Christ sounds similar to the word Christ. Remember that the word Christ is derived from the Greek word Christos, meaning the anointed. The occult definitions in the previous two paragraphs show the connection between the words holly, holiday, magic, saint, pope, Santa, Satan, Christ, and Christmas. Because you now know some of the occult meanings of the word Santa, let us explore the hidden meanings of the word Klaus by exploring and investigating this word. It will make it easier for you to understand the deeper meanings of the name and character Santa Claus. The word Klaus from the name Santa Claus is related to the word claustrum, which is defined as the one of the four basal ganglia in each cerebral hemisphere that consists of a thin lamina of gray matter separated by the lenticular nucleus by a layer of white matter. Take out the letters T, R, U, and M from the word claustrum, and what you're left with is the word Klaus. Keep in mind that the word Klaus sounds similar to the words claw and claws. Claws. The word claw means a sharp, usually curved nail on the foot of an animal, as on a cat or dog or bird. As for the word clause, it means a distinct article or provision in a contract, treaty, will, or other formal or legal written document, or a group of words consisting of a subject and a predicate, including a finite verb that does not necessarily constitute a sentence. Satan, the evil side of Santa, is often portrayed with claws and likes to use contracts and words to trick people to agree to certain obligations. And then it goes on and on. So how could all this be, and most people don't even realize it? I think that's because most people don't realize a lot of things. They just go about the 9-to-5 life, survival, not really thinking twice about any of it. But that's why I highly recommend this book, Word Magic, and to take the time to read and investigate, and just to slow down and try to see the occult meaning and the magic in life before time slips away from you and it's too late. You're in your old age. I think that's this time of year, the winter solstice, to really reflect on that the darkest time of the year. And I think that's also why there's a lot of dark emotions collectively out there. And it has a pull, and it has influence on people if you're not aware of it. So it's important to detach from the hive mind and the anxiety, and then also the fear of the dark. But yeah, like I said, go to dr-hammer.bandcamp.com. They got the Mindcrawler, Soul Tighted up there, Mind War, other Cywar LTD releases still happening. Just trying a different format with the Warzone. Not getting many views, but I get it. It's a niche thing. People want personality. They want to see a person talking, but I think it's just interesting how the whole entire business model has changed, because in the past the art just spoke for itself. You didn't necessarily have to have your personality involved in it, and it seems like it's the rise of the cult of personality, which is interesting to me, because the more I learn about artists, the less I like them. I'll find something that I don't agree with, that doesn't resonate with me, that they say or believe in, and part of me I want to stop there, because I just want to enjoy the music and the art. I don't need to align with them personally, any kind of philosophical way or political way, but that's how the times changed. And I think that's the rise of the cult of personality. But anyhow, Merry Christmas to everybody. And yeah, if you put it in a comment, I can get you a download code for the Mind War album, Tour of Duty, because I think that is the strongest material to date. And go ahead, check it out. Hails.